All right, let's dive in. Today, we are cracking the code on AI. We're going to flip the script and turn you from someone who just uses AI into the person telling it exactly what to do. Because in this new world, you're the programmer. Let's do this. So let's be real. AI feels like it's taking over, right? It's on our phones, in our games, it's even helping with our homework. I mean, it is everywhere. But that brings up a really big question, and that's what this whole explainer is about. Are you really the one in control? And look, before you think this is some far-off sci-fi concept, the truth is, you're already an expert AI user. You just might not even realize it. You're literally interacting with it all day long. I mean, just think about it. When Netflix perfectly recommends that next show you're going to binge, well, that's AI learning what you like. When you yell at Siri to set a timer, that's AI understanding your voice. Even the characters in your video games, the NPCs, or the social media feed that you can't stop scrolling through, yep, all powered by AI. But here's the thing. Using those tools is one thing, but being the one who actually directs them, who tells the AI what to create, what problems to solve, what to build, that's a whole other level. That is where the real power is. So, how do you take control? Well, it's time to make that switch. It's time to jump into the driver's seat and go from just being a user to actually being the programmer. This right here, this is the single most important idea to get your head around. You have to see any generative AI tool as a machine you're programming with words. So think of something like ChatGPT as this ridiculously powerful computer, but with one major difference. You don't need to learn a single line of code. Your programming language is just English. Your words are the code. And this skill actually has a name, prompt engineering. Now, I know, it sounds super technical, but it's really not. It's just the art of writing really clear instructions. It's like the secret code that unlocks what AI can truly do. And today, I'm going to hand you the keys. All right, you ready? Let's unlock that secret code. Turns out, there's a simple 4-part formula that can take your prompts from a vague guess to a super precise command. It's a simple little framework called PTCF. Okay, so P is for persona. You tell the AI who to be. Act like a pirate, act like a famous chef, act like a NASA scientist. Next up, T is for task. This is what you want it to do. Explain, summarize, create. Then you've got C for context. This is the crucial background stuff. Who's the audience? What's the goal? And finally, F is for format. How do you want the answer? A bulleted list? A short story? Maybe even a song? And this shows you the difference perfectly. A bad prompt is just write about space. You're going to get something boring and generic. But a good prompt uses our formula. Persona, act as a NASA scientist. Task, write an exciting summary of the Artemis moon mission. Context, the audience is middle schoolers who love sci-fi. And format, make it a 4-bullet point list. The answer you get from that second prompt is going to be on another level, literally. Okay, your turn. Quick challenge. Hit pause and just think about it for a sec. How would you use this PTCF framework to ask an AI for new video game ideas? What would your P, T, C, and F be? Maybe something like persona. Act as a legendary game designer. Task. Brainstorm 3 unique concepts for a new RPG. Context. The game is set in a cyberpunk city. Format. Give me each idea with a cool title and a 1-paragraph summary. See? You're already getting it. Okay, you've got the basics. Let's level up. Because getting a good first answer is really just the beginning. The real magic happens when you realize AI isn't a vending machine where you just put in one command. It's a conversation. We call this the iteration loop. You start with your best PTCF prompt, you look at the answer, and then you refine it. You tweak it. Maybe you add more context, or you ask for a different tone, or you tell it to focus on a new detail. The main thing to remember is that the first answer is just a rough draft. Your job is to keep that conversation going until it's perfect. Here's a perfect example. Let's say you ask the AI to explain quantum computing. It's probably going to spit out a super technical, college-level textbook answer, way too complex. So you refine it. You add context for someone who has never heard of it, and you guide the format using a simple analogy with video games. Now that is going to be an answer that's actually helpful. Okay, so you've learned the secret code. You know how to have a conversation. Now it's time to face the final bosses of AI. Yeah, these are the big challenges, but if you know what to look for, you can beat them every single time. So the first boss is the AI hallucination. This is when the AI just straight up makes stuff up. It'll state something as a fact with total confidence, but it is completely false. It can even invent quotes or sources that look totally real but don't actually exist. You gotta remember, it's designed to sound convincing, not necessarily to be truthful. So, how do you defend against this boss? Simple. You use the clumsy assistant rule. Just imagine the AI is a super smart, super fast assistant who really wants to help you, but they're also kind of clumsy and sometimes they just get things wrong. You would never just copy-paste their work without checking it, right? It's the exact same thing with AI. And here's your toolkit for being that fact-checking detective. First, cross-check any facts it gives you. A quick search is all it takes. Second, be a source sleuth. Ask the AI where it got its information, and then go check if those sources are even real. And finally, trust your gut. If an answer just feels a little off or way too good to be true, it probably is. All right, last section, and this one is super important. True mastery of AI means knowing its limits so you can use it safely and ethically. Because here's the thing, AI learns from us, so we have a responsibility to teach it well. And that brings us to our second final boss, AI bias. Now, this isn't the AI trying to be mean, it's a technical problem. The AI only knows what it's learned from the massive amounts of data we've fed it from the internet. And if that data contains human stereotypes and biases, well, the AI is going to learn and repeat them. A classic example of this is how AI sometimes handles jobs. If an AI reads millions of articles where doctors are always referred to as he and nurses are always referred to as she, it starts to learn that stereotypical connection. A smart user spots this and knows how to push back to get a more accurate picture. So here are your rules of the road. First, and this is non-negotiable, protect your privacy. Never put your real name, address, or any other personal details into an AI. Second, be transparent. Know the rules for using AI at your school and follow them. And finally, challenge the AI. If you see a biased result, don't just accept it. Use your skills to ask for a better, more balanced answer. So let's bring it all home. From understanding how this stuff works to using the PCF formula to fact-checking every result, the big takeaway is simple. Don't just be a passive user scrolling by. You are in control. You are the programmer. You now have the skills to go from just taking what an AI gives you to actually directing it with your own purpose and creativity. This is one of the most powerful tools ever created. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?